Hello and welcome back. Today I'm excited. I want to just do a short video about a book that I have really enjoyed. It's a little bit older book, but it's called How to Say It to Seniors, Closing the Communication Gap with Our Elders. Now, it was written in 2004. It's by David Solie, and he is a geriatric psychologist. And I do think that since 2004, which is nearly 20 years ago, some of the language has changed a little bit, but the concepts in this book are still very relevant. This closing the communication gap with our elders, I think that elders can be show respect, but I think sometimes here in our world, elders we still kind of consider that as old. It still has some negative connotations. And as a new 55 and older person that now can move into 55 and older communities, and pretty soon I can, get all those discounts and all of that. The word senior actually doesn't sound that great to me either, but again, it's always our parents, right? Or our grandparents. They are seniors. But I do like the words older adults or mature adults. But not all of us are that mature, right? Like, if we're being honest. So what I love about this book is that it kind of breaks down this kind of conflict that older adults have as they move into some of their senior years. And that is, there are two things, and actually all age groups have these same conflicts, right? Whether you're a toddler or a teenager or a 20-year-old or in your midlife crisis type of thing. But for seniors, that conflict is the sense of control, wanting to have control of your life, and also wanting to leave a legacy and wanting to be remembered. And the beginning section of this book talks a lot about that. Compares it to some of the other age groups and some of the other conflicts that we've experienced in those other stages of our lives. And I don't know for myself if I'm quite there yet. I do feel like maybe my parents are getting there. I've talked to, I have clients that are definitely older adults that are moving into different types of communities and, downsizing and that kind of thing. And definitely I can feel just from some of the stories that they say, what they talk about, that they're figuring out how they want to be remembered. How do you want to leave that legacy? And definitely the part about being in control, right? Like, who hasn't argued with someone who's, older about where they want to live or what they want to do, or, just those types of things where they really want to be in control. And what's important to know is that's a developmental thing, right? Like, that's how it works. And we're going to be there. And I maybe have always liked to be in control, not sure about that, but I don't so much love people telling me what to do. And I think as I get older, I'm just warning my children now, I'm going to probably want to still maintain my control. So there's a few chapters in here that I think are very, very good. I don't want you to miss it. So if you do pick up this book, make sure you get past halfway, because I think part 2 is very important. It really talks about the communication part and how to move past some of these differences in maybe as adult children, how we feel about our parents and moving and how quickly they do things, and how their time schedule is different than ours, and how I'm putting myself in both categories. Did you notice that? And so I want to make sure that you get to those. Chapter 5 and chapter 6 are really key chapters in this book. So I did want to mention one other thing, and I just wanted to read just a little bit here. Chapter 6 is about predictable dilemmas of getting older. And there are predictable things that as you age, these are things that you're starting to think about. Where I want to live. How can I best manage my health? How will I cope all by myself? Because as spouses pass away, or, your friends pass away, you start to feel, I'm sure, like, how am I going to do this on my own? What should I do about money? And then also, what is the right way to say goodbye, which is the second part of the developmental thing of how to leave a legacy. But if people what he says is that if people never get to where they feel like they have control, they can't move into the next part, which is creating a legacy or leaving a legacy. And so I think that it has some valuable information in here. And if you are an adult child and you're helping your parents move through some of these stages, or you're someone that works in the industry and is working with seniors a lot, I think this is a great book to read. I think just kind of leave out the word elderly and some of those and substitute it with older adults, and you'll feel good about the language. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've read this book and what your opinions are. All right, I look forward to hearing from you.